I am about 4 months into my lock journey, and I wanted to give some updates to things that I have been seeing. Not a super amount of things has changed between month 3 and month 4, but I am noticing a big change between month 2 and month 4. I was washing my hair recently and it just did not go well because the shampoo was way too thick. And I had no idea I needed to dilute the shampoo. That is something that I watched a million videos, but that's not something that anyone said specifically to do, is to dilute the shampoo. And the shampoo that I use felt like a glue stick. It felt like I put glue sticks in my hair and it was so hard to get it out. But it turned out fine. I made it through, and I do actually need to wash it again because I work out a lot. So every week I'm doing cycling, hot Pilates, weightlifting, and my hair and scalp are really sweaty, of course. So I need to get better at washing my hair so it's an easier process. And I know that it'll just inherently get better because all of my hair will eventually be locked and it won't be so much to do when I am washing my hair. I'm actually really late for getting a retie and having my beautician just wash my hair, but I have been telling everybody on social media where I was getting my hair done, and now her calendar is like booked solid. Like, I don't like gatekeeping things, but I don't know, y'all might be cut off. And so here in the back of my hair, I don't know if you guys can see that, there is so much new growth. Like, this one is a lot of new growth, but up here in the front, it doesn't grow as fast up here. So there's really not that much, but I have been noticing that some parts of my hair are locking now. So some parts of my hair were starting to lock in like little sections, but I have some locks where all the way down, and there's too many locks in my hair for me to pull it out and show you guys the particular locks I'm talking about, but all the way down, the hair is starting to wrap around the lock, which is amazing. I really would love for it to start locking so I can stop feeling like I need to be so delicate with it. Even though I know it's not delicate, I feel like I have to be delicate with it. There is a lot of frizz going on now, which again is still good because you want your hair to lock, and the frizz is what's gonna ultimately have your hair locking. What you see right now isn't what my hair looks like, just regular out of the bonnet. I twisted these and then I put my bonnet on and it gives me this hairstyle. I try not to do that a lot because I feel like it's more hindrance than it is help, because you need to leave your hair alone so it can kind of do its thing. However, and also, I want to show what the twist out of my locks look like every month starting now until a year from now. So I am going to do this once a month, but for the most part, I would say try not to manipulate your hair too much because you're stretching it, and it really shouldn't be stretched in anything right now in this stage. It is pretty when it's stretched, but you really shouldn't be doing that, so you can just allow your hair to do its thing. I also have my hair in my hands a lot, which is good and bad because some of my locks, because there's so much frizz, are starting to try to like marry each other. I have the habit of like, feeling something and wanting to pull it, and I should not do that because I need to leave it alone. I pulled what I thought was lint in my hair, and it wasn't lint. It was actually gray pieces of hair. So now I have a few pieces of gray hair that are not inside of a lock at all because I pulled at them because I thought it was lint. And that's another thing about month 4. The lint is trying real hard to find me, y'all. I have so many pieces of clothing that I think I am just not gonna wear anymore. Like, they're gonna have to be donated, or I'm gonna have to give them to my daughter because they just inherently collect lint. And maybe I'm hyper aware of the lint. That also might be an issue. But I see the lint and I'm just like, I don't want a whole bunch of lint in my hair. There is a girl that is at one of my doctor's offices, and she has Microloc'd too. And her Microloc'd are so pretty. I love them. But you can also see that there's like a whole bunch of lint in there. And I'm just like, I don't want them to be linty. They're beautiful, but they're just so linty. And I'm like, I don't want that to happen to me. Now, it's a fact of life when you're a lock girly, lint is going to be a thing. But I don't want it to be so much lint in my hair that people are noticing the lint. Do you know? So to minimize on the lint, I try to wear silkier shirts, or if I do want to wear something that's super linty, putting my hair up so that It limits the interaction with my hair on the clothing that I have on, but it's really putting an effort to be linty. Let me show you guys the back. I'm really happy with the size that I chose too, because it is giving that look that I wanted it to give. That kind of, if you're not really paying attention, like you would almost think it was just like loose hair. But if you are paying attention, then you would be like, oh my gosh, those are so beautiful. People keep asking me like why I chose micro over sister. And the answer to that is the people that I had on my vision board all had Microloc'ds. So I got Microloc'ds. It wasn't like some well-to-do and I started looking up sister locks versus Microloc'ds. Like I didn't do any of that. I just had a vision board of what I wanted my hair to look like, and I went with that. What I'm gonna do here soon is do a full face of makeup, which I really don't do a lot with my locks. I just wanna see what it looks like because I love my lippies with my locks. So I wanna see how different I feel like it looks with a full face of makeup and locks. So coming soon.